So, doing a gameplay of Randy, the gold game. Seriously stacking. Just interesting. 20 on D1 average, couple golds, 4 golds, 2 silvers. Alright. I think you're on PC because people are typing. You avoided and reported someone your last game, so that's good. So you're 6 stacking. Usually in VOD or coaching, whatever, I wouldn't go over this. That's a good pick here, that's a good pick here. That's a good pick here. That's an... I'll say it's a good pick, that's an okay pick. But then these two kind of stick out to me. Diva's always good, but on this map in particular, I would say Ryan Zarya is better. And then Genji there, it's okay. But a Zarya would be better, Brigitte would be better, McCree would be better, a Widow would be better, a Hanzo would be better. There are a lot better picks in Genji there, and since you are 6 stacking, you should mention that. Just understand why what team comps work and why they work.
Wait, so Bailey, were you adopted too?
Alright, so just straight up already. Oh, yikes. Oops, misclicked, sorry. When it reloads. Let me actually load up Overwatch while I do this. So just straight up, I can already tell you're not good at wall riding. I don't mean that in an offensive way, you're obviously a pretty new player. Let me load up Overwatch real quick. I want to know what your binds to jump are. Good Lucio players always have 2 jump binds, and sorry. I can tell that you're not good, and you probably have 1, because of the way you wall ride, just right here. So you don't use proper directional input, because you can always reattach to that wall, and then you jump on this up there, but then you just fall off, lose all your momentum, so you have no idea how to accurately maintain, how to properly maintain momentum. So what you should be doing is stuff like that, you know, where you keep your momentum up, right? But what you're doing is you're jumping, and then you lose all your momentum on stuff like that. And to get around that, you have to do stuff like this. See? You can go around that and jump on the edge there, and if that platform isn't there, I keep more momentum, but you still keep some momentum. And momentum is really important when it comes to wall rides.
So Bailey was adopted. Alright, thanks for letting me know.
And that was... you're obviously using only spacebar to jump. If I go down to Lucio, you can see jump, I have space and mouse wheel down. Some other popular ones are right click, which I set to boop, and you do too, so I don't know if you'd be comfortable changing that, but that's a very popular one. Mouse wheel up is also kind of popular, but I don't get that one. The reason for this, if you just go off the wall like that, you get some momentum. If you just go off the wall like that, you get some momentum. If you go on the spacebar and then get off, you get more momentum, especially over time, because it counts as double jump inputs, pretty sure. I don't actually know if that's why, I just know it does make you go faster, and it can lead to more consistent and cleaner wall rides. So I would definitely look in getting, even right there, that looks really impressive.
That means you're
but
also halfway.
Right there, you lose all your momentum. Okay. So your movement is it's honestly better than what I'd expect a 1-star, low bronze border 1-star gold player, honestly, but it's obviously something you should be improving on. 1080p work? Because that's really quite pixelated. Alright, cool. Alright, so just looking at where your team's playing, again, you're 6-stacking, so I'm going to be criticizing everyone here, because Lucio players tend to be shot callers. That's just how the role functions. It's a generally less mechanically intense character. It's not saying it isn't, but compared to other things, you don't need to focus on aim, you can focus on other things. So, your Ana, just look. So your Mei's there, which is stupid. Your Ryan's here, which is stupid. Your D.Va's there, which is just stupid. Your Genji's good. Because of where your team is, your Ana's in a good spot, and assuming you stay right here, you're in a good spot. But I'm gonna move you, I assume you move up.
So it means you're gonna beat half the shit out of
Yeah, so right now you're in a bad spot.
Right.
Your Mei is in an extremely bad spot, because the whole reason you want to pick Mei on this point is to wall off right there. If your Mei sits, like if your Ryan sits right here or even back here, and your Mei either walls off there or there, like at the wall there or there, and walls off the Ryan, you just win every fight, because they have to take the time to rotate around statue, and by the time they do that, your team already kills the Ryan that's walled off here, and you kill, and you win the 5v6.
So it means
But by holding up there, your Mei's basically
beat half the
throwing.
shit out of them,
So you're already losing all the value of playing Mei. She's going to wall their spawn door, and you get no value out of your walls there. All it has is a waste of cooldown. And that might not seem important, but cooldowns are the entire base of the game. You're going on heal here is the most useless thing. Lucio is a utility support. What that means... Alright, let me do that. Mercy is a heal support. His utility is speed. I can't write. Her utility is res. They both have utility. The whole part of her kit is healing. The whole part of his kit is speed. You know? You going on heal there, especially when your teammates are all full HP, is very useless. Even when a teammate's low. Like, and then you waste your amp. Why are you amping there? And again, that heal, you got right off of it, but why would you even go on it? Like, oh, you have 70 ping. Huh. Like, going on heal there actually hurts your team, because your Ryan is now a couple steps behind, and it seems super minor, but it's actually kind of big. Because now, by the time that they get to choke, your Ryan's not going to be able to shield your Mei back, or maybe won't be able to, I'm not sure. And you see your Ryan's not even walking forward, and you speed back for no reason, because they still have wall up. And you don't want to take a fight here. Fighting there is really bad. And that wall is really horrible. But again, that's not you playing. You should not be frontlining. You should be on point, but behind your team right now. Lucio is not a frontlining character. That's a good amp. And you should be wall riding up that wall. You can stand on top of it.
yeah, Miz one, or she was. She's full now.
Again, I like the way you're playing there. Kind of. But why would you... Okay, let's go back. So,
She's full now.
how do I explain this? Okay. So right here, you can see this entire thing, but you want to know what the other team sees? Here's the statue, and here's the wall. This entire thing is all they see. Your head. You and the Mei are the only two things that they can see right now. They can focus fight the Mei down, which she's going to left shift, and then you just die. So playing there, if you can just literally, and I saw you do it, say, let me go back in, say that you go back in here, say that there's a wall right there, a Mei wall, you can just jump back. You have the momentum, and you have the ability to do it.
Yeah, Zara's full again.
No, she's not. She's like 50 energy. Again, a really bad use of amp. Okay, so you can clearly wall ride, and I heard that you only use spacebar. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, I popped that
It was a very bad beat. Yeah, actually horrible beat. So I'm gonna explain to you. Like, I know you knew it was horrible, but it wasn't even early. Using beat there is horrible. Your comp right now is Mei and Genji. DPS, right? Ryan and Diva. And then Lucio and Ana. Genji and Ana are going to combo their ults, and they're going to team wipe. Ryan and Diva have Diva has either a zoning ult, or if you play it properly, it's a wiping ult with the Shatter or with the Mei ult. So Diva ult in this comp is actually extremely strong. Ryan ult is always strong, especially on King's Shadow, and Mei ult is extremely strong on just general, because it's a whole radius. It can be used offensively or defensively, but with this comp, the only two ults that can be used defensively, I guess technically Ana and Diva can be, but they shouldn't be. The only two ults that should be used defensively are Lucio and Mei. Your Mei just used her ult offensively, so by using your ult offensively as well with your Mei ult, you're not only putting your team in an extreme disadvantage. That was a really stupid shatter by Ryan, and if you win this fight, it's really dumb. You should beat right there. You should have beat for after the shatter, because no one dies. Like, no one dies otherwise for the shatter. Also, I got a Discord message. Sorry. Okay. Patrick is. Okay. The way you play against Genji. So say there's a Genji right there that's blading at me. Sorry. Okay, there's a Genji right there blading at me. I want to speed backwards, and when he dashes in, you want to boop away and keep speeding backwards. And the reason this is really big is because you should be sitting with your Ana, right? This is Ana. She's a sniper. She has one defensive ability that's hard to hit, and Genji has a deflect to deflect it back at her. She can nade herself and anti-Genji. She can sleep him, but she misses both of those. She can't run away. Genji has a higher movement speed. Tracer and Genji have the highest movement speeds in the game. They move faster than the rest of the characters. And I'm pretty sure Blade gives a movement speed buff. So just by speeding back and booping, you save your Ana's life, and you're not even with your Ana. She dies somewhere. I don't even know where she died, because she already respawned. She died very early there. And you want to beat the Blade while you're speeding and booping. Like, you want to speed, boop, and beat. So, if a Genji's blading, and you have beat up, you should, first of all, against that comp, you either save beat for grabs, or you save them for blades, or you save them for Mei ults, or you save them for shatters. So it's actually very hard. In my opinion, your Mei should be using ults defensively here. You either beat that, or that. Mei ult, you can counter Mei ult with Mei ult, so that should be Mei. That should be Mei, because you can just counter with Mei ult there, and they make them they nullify it, kinda. And then with shatters or blades, shatter, you're gonna get wiped by one of them. But shatter, you have you peel better against Genji ult, I guess. But you're gonna get, I know that you're just gonna get shattered a lot. So it really, you have to think about what ult when you need to ult and why you should be ulting. And it's really hard against that comp, if I'm being completely honest. So it's difficult against their team comp with your team comp. Because they have a lot of offensive ults, but they also have, they don't really have any defense ults, actually. Except for Mei ult, which they're probably not going to use offensively. So you always have defense ult advantage. Defense ult is like Lucio and Zen, pretty much. Mei ult can be, Diva ult can be, but they aren't usually. That makes sense. You also have a bad frame rate. If you're serious about improving, I would recommend getting an upgrade to your system. Very good recontest call by whoever said that. I'm not going to criticize aim at all. Lucio aim especially, aiming in general is something you just improve with over time. Lucio aim especially is very hard to pull off, in my opinion. It's one of the harder characters to aim with.
Runs down.
Good call. And you should be you're in a 6 deck, you should be calling out a target and going on it. Yeah, that was a good recontest. And your Diva just died. So what you should not be going. You're leaving Sonnet. No, you should be speeding your Diva back. Oh, you are. Okay. And I'm watching for it. I'm watching for it. Why'd she cancel it? Okay, good. I was waiting for you. Okay, your team should just be backing up or dying. Your team dies super late, and that's really not your fault. You're actually taxing very well right now. And Pharah's a bad pick, but as soon as your team's... Well, you have 80 on beat, but you should go Mercy here, in my opinion, even with the 80 on beat. I also want to know if you're willing, like, if you're willing to learn Mercy as well as Lucio, because generally the role that plays Lucio, and if you're interested in team play, is main support, and main support is responsible for Lucio and Mercy. But I know a lot of Lucio players just don't care. Just want to play Lucio. Bad wall from your Mei, but you should be speeding in there. Like, being on heal here is very bad. Like, you need to be on speed while your Ryan is walking up and swinging, and now you're gonna get frozen out of beat. No, you didn't use it. Yeah, so when your Ryan is swinging, you should always be on speed, because, like, look at Ryan. Ryan's a big guy. He swings, and people just walk away. People run away, and if they have a Lucio, which they don't, I guess, but he was still not getting any value out of his swing. So if you're with him, and he has a speed boost, say, like, look, he is so much faster now. I know this is a bad example, but because I'm only one person, but a speed boosted Ryan can swing, and a silver Ryan will always swing. So by not speeding him while he's swinging, you're doing him a disservice. You should always be on speed when your Ryan is swinging, unless your entire team is crit and you have amp up. And you shouldn't amp the speed while your Ryan is swinging. That's another thing to note. You just go passive speed. And you shouldn't be on heal here. Both your teammates were virtually full HP, and they both have self-sustain. You should be on speed here. I know you're 50 HP down, but you should be on speed here. Go on speed. Please, for the love of Christ, go. Your team is full HP. 100% of your team is full HP. Good block. It was not a block, I guess. That should have been a block. And you you were antied. Was your team antied? You weren't antied. Never mind. That was... You don't amp... You get ult charge off of the amping heal. You would have gotten 5% ult. Which is actually a lot, because Lucio has the slowest charging ult in the game. And you wasted amp there. You waste amp all the time. You have no idea how to use amp as a cooldown. It's really unfortunate. It's a really complicated ability. So again, like, if I sound harsh, I'm sorry, but there are a lot of intricacies in Lucio. Also, very bad Mei ult, but if you had amp... Did you have amp? No, you didn't. If you had amp, you could have taken advantage of it, of the zoning, and killed that Mei, or forced her ice block. Like, every amp you do is useless, and right after there's a part where you should be using amp.
I don't know.
And then, you never want to go in tight and close spaces, especially when they have a Mei, Genji, and Zarya, and Rein. And Ana even for the nade. Like, look, you get frozen, you get walled, he can swing, she can R-click, right, with her fucking shit. He can dash reset through the entire team, and she can hit a fat nade. Fighting an elbow room there. The room here with the mega looks like an elbow. Look, you have Reaper, which is fine, except I'm pretty sure he was dead, and he doesn't get value against anything there because they can just walk away from him because you're on heal the entire time. You just get shredded. So you're both dead. Your Ryan's already dead, and even if he isn't, they have more pressure on the Ryan. Your Mei messed up her wall, and I don't think she's frozen anything or called the target to focus. Your Ana hasn't hit a nade all game. I'm doing something.
When you get a chance.
Okay, and then your diva gets no value in that room except for losing mech and feeding their Zarya Grav, so, you know, she's just feeding, and your Ana hasn't hit a nade or a sleep all game, I'm pretty sure. So there's no reason to fight in elbow room. Even, like, your entire team just gets absolutely destroyed by theirs in that room. You need to take the fight to cart, or just back the fuck up. So you both die. You see, like, even Ryan died to nade there, and then the Mei gets so much value. And your Ana staggers late here. Or she should be. Yeah, your Ana's dead. And she only gets, like, she got ult fast there because your entire team walked into a place where she completely excels, and there's no reason for you to win that fight. That was very lucky boop, to be honest with you. And there's absolutely no reason for you to win that fight. I guess your Ryan hit a fat shatter in the back or something. And you should shoot Genji. You're aiming... Okay, right there. I know I said I wasn't gonna comment on aim, but this is just... Look at what you're doing. There's two enemies there. Look at this. You see, you're aiming in between them. I know Lucio's thing is a projectile, but... Like... This is what you're doing. And of course it looks funny because I'm on 170 ping, but... You're aiming next to people, and when there's two people, you're aiming in between them. So that's not bad aim. It's just not understanding where to aim. Something that's actually coachable. Because your aim isn't even that bad. I see you trying to hit the people, and it's honestly not that bad. But you're aiming, you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to take advantage of the fact that you kind of can't aim. If I'm honest with you, I'd like to know how much time you have on. Lucio, also you should reload. You have 4 bullets. Again, seems minor. You want to be full ammo before a fight starts. They already walked up. That's time that, like, you missed shield spam. Again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it really does add up. And it's a bad wall because the Mei wall value is cutting people off, not zoning the entire team off. And beat. You want to beat when your Ryan gets pinned, so he doesn't actually take damage, because it just keeps your entire team alive a lot more effectively. And they don't have a lot of follow-up to the grab, because you know that their Ryan is going to be in pin animation. And that's not right. Okay, let me re-explain this. So, say you know Zarya has a grab, but you know he doesn't have ult. They have a Hanzo no Mei anymore, but he definitely doesn't have ult. They just swapped to them, so they don't have ult, and I don't think they might have nano, and they might have shatter. I'm not sure about those, and you know they have grab. So they have such little follow-up. Their Ryan pins your Ryan. He's in your backline. You can kill him. Your entire team can super easily kill him. He's completely dead. There's a 0% chance he should get out alive. He should. So you can safely beat drop when your Ryan gets pinned to keep him at full HP, because you know that there's no way they can kill you with grab that fight. But your team's still gonna be grouped up. They should, like, realistically, they have a free grab because you just beat it, is what they think. So, I mean, the beat was fine, but if you had done it earlier to save Ryan, it would have been better. And your Diva actually really needs to not feed here, because their win condition right now is getting a Zarya combo. You're clicking your mouse a lot.
We'll do nano run. Genji ult.
You walked into that. That's a nano blade. That's not your job there to deal with. Like, you can speed away, but beat drop might not even protect completely against it. You should have booped off there. It's a really big actually anti-nade from your Ana, but no one says anything about it. You guys just ignore it. So I'm gonna hope your team nice shatter. I really hope your team can stall to 0 here. Boop your Ana. No, you booped her. You booped her to safety. You didn't boop her to death. Right there, you booped her, right? But the way you did it. Look at this. If you just boop her straight, she has jump momentum, she dies. But you boop her to the side. You flick your mouse. She's in radius when you're looking straight ahead there. And there's absolutely no way she survives that. And without the healing, there's probably no chance you win, but it's technically a chance. because your team has a recontest because of the amount of time you spent, and you would have touched earlier, giving them more time. So, yeah, I mean, not horrible. Again, I'm probably being overly critical, and you probably don't understand some of the concepts I'm explaining, because I'm probably talking about things that are a little too advanced. I don't mean that in an offensive way. You're just not a very, you're an average level player. Gold is average. I'm talking about some more advanced mechanics which may be a little complex and hard to understand without a ground base. You're obviously a newer player. A lot of people, like, other than those two, your stack seems to be a lot of newer players. If they're around 100 or less hours, maybe 200 there. 150, like 100, maybe 50-ish hours, 60. So you're all new players, or relatively, most of you are. Oh, yeah, I want to know how you guys found each other, actually.
Yes.
Alright, so you do want projectile hit skin. Right now, I don't know when was this made? December 15th. I'm going to assume, was this winter map? Is it winter map? Yeah, it is. There's a Christmas tree. Okay, so this was extremely recent. Right now, the best comp you can run is Lucio, Zenyatta, or Ana, or Moira if you really want to, but she's a little bad. Brigitte, Reinhardt, Diva, and Zarya. So, this is called the GOATS composition, and I'm sure you've heard it, and I'm sure you hate it. But first of all, Genji, the only value he gets in this meta is blades. It's the only thing he can do. McCree, he just got buffed. I think he has some decent shield break with his new right click now, but it's still not a lot. And you can replace the Zarya or the Diva with a McCree. The Genji's kind of useless. I do like the McCree pick. I don't like the Genji pick that much. It's okay though for nano blades. If you don't nano blade though, it's a troll pick, complete troll pick. So I really hope you do get nano blades off. But that comp, the GOATS comp, is extraordinarily strong.
You can put it on.
Again, I'd also like to know
Let's get it done.
how much Lucio you play and how much ranked you play, because I do know that you asked I have heard that you asked specifically if there were any Lucio players that Pat knows. Or, I don't know what you call him. I call him Pat. You're behind a wall. Okay, you actually did this a few times. I'm just gonna finish my thoughts though, because this might seem kind of stupid. You don't have a gold Lucio. I'm wondering if you are a Lucio player, and if you are, how much Lucio you play compared to other heroes, and how much ranked you play in general, because you are over a star, and at that point, even in gold, that's what, a good, I'd say 80 hours of comp if you just don't play quick play, and then say you win 80 hours, say you got 4 games, that's not what I wanted, so you got 4 games an hour, so 80 times 4 is 320, divided by 2 is times 15. You should be, with end of season rewards, you should have a gold gun. I don't know if you do or not, maybe you're extremely close or something.
Sorry.
Oh, I hate when this happens. That's gonna be there for the rest of it. Unlucky. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I have to restart my computer. But that's gonna be there for the rest of the VOD. I'm sorry.
May has half charge.
That's very good that you know to look at the ult charge. Oh, you do know goats.
We could go top right.
You don't really get value out of going top right. If they wall off 6 of you, it's good. It's good because your team is still together. Mei wall is not a zoning ability, it's a splitting ability. It splits the team and gives your team free kills. Bad amp, you don't need to amp there. You have an Ana right next to you. See right there? They got value out of their wall because your Ryan was walled off. And your Genji jumped over for some reason, but you get more value when you... Like, you should be on speed here. You can... Your full ult charge. I don't know what your Ana has because you pressed tab like 5 times this game. I pressed tab on average once per 5 seconds or less. Like, tab is such an... It's not, I can't do it in this, but the tab menu is so incredibly strong. Like as an ability, or not ability, like just a tool. It's an insanely strong tool. Winston is bad, like not good, or not bad. I mean, but if they were running Goats comp, for example, it would be way better. They have beat this, or they have played this fight. You spent a minute and a half, and all you've done is try to walk into point. You need to speed against the Mei.
Whoa.
God damn it. Okay, not a bad beat drop. But only thing is now they have a free mail, they have a free grab, and they have a free blade. And you just wasted blade with I don't know who the fuck you nanoed. Your team nanoed. Okay, I like the call to go goats. A very, very big brain. You are playing more goats, which in my opinion is the weakest, but generally there's like Moira goats, which is OG goats, and it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors, where Moira goats beats Zen goats, which beats Ana goats, which beats Moira goats. That doesn't look like how I'm gonna redo that, sorry. I guess that's a better. But generally, Zen Goats is strongest, and Ana Goats is stronger than Moira Goats. That's by far the weakest Goats, in my opinion. So, just some food for thought. And now you're just kind of resetting, so...
Left side. Okay, we gotta switch up our push. We gotta push from somewhere else.
You can't push from... Well, there's only one other place on the map you can push from. And you're honestly gonna have the same issues if they realize it. You can push through upper in theater.
Yeah, top right.
And you are not gonna... they can still wall you off there. Your issue is that you're playing Monkey... So, Monkey Goats, you can't play Moira with. You need an Ana or a Zen, preferably Zen. And you don't replace the Zarya in it, you replace the Diva. So, Monkey here is horrible. You don't get really value out of it at all. And you waste your amp again, so you have no idea how to use amp. That's becoming really apparent to me. Amp is a very important cooldown. You use it to sustain if you need to amp heals, use it to initiate if you want to amp speed. You use it to build ult super quick if your team's critical, and you on heals you use it to push an advantage for the amp speed, and you don't use it randomly. You need to know why you're using it. You very clearly don't know why. And you can just jump on, like you don't wait for that wall to go down. There's a full balcony that you can jump over, and there's a wall you can jump on, and you get momentum from jumping. You can jump to your team. Hold on, let me load up King Zero so I can show you what I mean. Right? Watch this. So say that. So that say right here is walled. You can just. Wow. And now you're with your team. You know, you don't have to wait. And your diva did it too. So it's not like you didn't know it could happen. Your diva flew over like that. Yeah, you don't just wait for that wall to break. It wastes so much time. And now you're behind them with both DPS right here. And you just face plant into them. You can just stay on this wall forever. This is a really awkward wall. That you can pretty much perma jump on. You can jump between these two walls for a really long period of time. See? And let yourself slide down a little bit, jump back up. You can move backwards while doing that, you know? And you don't. You just wait for a wall to break instead of going out that side. And when it does break, you just jump, jump. Now I'm in both of their DPS. And one of them's a Mei, so I'm frozen and dead.
Genji and Mei. Genji and Mei. Genji and Mei behind us.
See? And the fact that you get out there is not because that was the right play. It was because the enemy team are gold players and can't aim. And yeah, now you should be dead, but you're not again because they don't know how to play the game. So this is the stacks of portals and the Mercy right there. This is learning experience because I want you to learn Mercy if you want to be a Lucio player. Lucio and Mercy go hand in hand in competitive team play. You see how she's yellow beaming or healing or whatever in trance. You want to blue beam during trance because your team's already alive. Beat drop, good beat. That was very good beat drop. And then when you're on beat, that amp is okay, but you want to be on speed on that beat. Or on that, like, that was like one of the maybe okay amp situations, but you should be running 3 supports, so you should just speed there. Oh, you lose that? No. There's still 5 minutes left. There's no way you lose that. You should lose that, but there's no way you do. They built another trance. Wow. That's actually a very fast trance.
Genji's half.
Yeah, you want to be on speed. You still want to be on speed because just go on speed. Please go on speed. For the love of Christ, be on speed. There's someone on cart and you're just not noticing it. Please go on speed. Please go on speed. All I want for Christmas is for you to be on speed, but I guess I'm not getting anything for Christmas because I'm Jewish. See? That was a smart call. Whoever said that understands how to use your auras better than you. And now, that was a very lucky eat, and you're dead. You shouldn't be there. You should be behind the... You should be playing... Or, you should be playing right there. No, play right there. You shouldn't move past. You shouldn't move into the street. You need to stay safe. Like, it's just bad positioning. You need to stay safe. You are a healer. You staying safe is one of the most important things, because if you die, your team dies. And I know I said earlier, Lucio is a utility support, not a healing support, but he still does healing. And with Goat's composition, healing is a lot more usable than that composition you were doing earlier. That was a good amp. It was kind of wasted because you had a monkey and a diva, but it was an okay amp. A good amp, whatever. I probably would have done it, but there's better uses for it. Like right here would be a better use. Right here would be a much better use. And you jump into their mail, but you capped. Very lucky cap. You should not be able to cap there. And now they have a hog and a reaper. So Goats should just completely win now. You should never lose another team fight ever. Okay, so right now your team is running a awkward but good, like fine variation of the strongest team composition in the game. They're running two of the weakest heroes in the game, one of the worst support comps in the game, and two characters who honestly don't fit well with that team, the entire team comp. You should never lose another fight, honestly. You're 6 people, and you're sitting in spawn. Like, and you amp out of spawn, which you should never do. Unless it's a King of the Hill map, you never amp out of spawn. King of the Hill you always do, but never. And that was unlucky, but you already lost the fight, so it didn't matter. And he can, that's very good. They wasted Reaper ult. Your Diva's eating a grab and a mail, and I think you're still going to manage to lose the fight because your Orion is super out of position. And if you were on speed, then maybe Orion could have been there more comfortably. He hit 0 with it, maybe 1 with that, I don't know. Bad shatter because you already lost the fight though. You need to communicate that with your team. You should be understanding like what ults you have, what ults they have, and when you should be using ults. And the fact that you win this fight again is just super lucky. Your Diva is very good, like pretty good. She's eaten a grab, a ball, or a nade, whatever. Who? Oh, Brig. You have very delayed reactions to that jump. Again, she just walked into that. And then right there, you want to go around cart. They were in a position where if you jump around the cart and then wall ride on that, you can boot 3 of them right there, because they're on the edge. And then you have to speed out. Please be, when you're backing up, you need to be on speed. Did I just mute it? Oops. And now you have 20 seconds, and there's honestly, if anyone dies here, you just lose the game straight up. They have trance, I'm pretty sure, but I might have just missed it. I think they might have shatter, but I'm not sure. First decent speed of the game, but you actually were in a bad spot for it, and you should have actually amped heal there because of how close to ult you were. So all around, I feel like you don't understand, like kind of notepad or something. So you don't understand amp, and you don't understand the amp. You don't understand beat. You don't understand positioning. Things you do understand, but need to improve. While riding, aim. Well, aim. You were good-ish at aiming, honestly. But you had very, you didn't know how to, if that makes sense. Like, your aim wasn't bad, but you didn't know how to how to work on that, like, make that happen. I don't know. You're 6 stacking, which is bad, in my opinion. I don't think 6 stacking decelerates the rate you improve, individually. As you rank up, you have a higher chance of being a boosted player. You have a higher chance of being held back by teammates, something that I know personally can happen, and I know that's like a haha, why would you queue with them if they're holding back, but I took a month off of after 6 stacking with my friends for like a year in Season 4, and I climbed to GM. Just 1 month of not 6 stacking, I improved so drastically that I went from low masters to GM. So that's something you want to think about. Maybe play solo more often. I don't know how often you do 6 stack, but considering you sent that in for a VOD review, I'm going to assume you do it fairly often. Yeah, just that's something to think about. I want to know. I would like to jumping. Have 2 jump binds. good ones. Spacebar, which you already have, you can just keep that. M wheel down, M wheel up if you really want to, but that's kind of bad. And then right click. Just like choose another, like one of these three. I use mouse wheel down. I think it's the best one because that's what people like. That's what I use in CS:GO. Your movement I know your wall rides weren't that bad, but your movement altogether was pretty bad. There are a lot of times where you would just like stand still or kind of just like barely move, and you know when you're playing Lucio, you have such like you can do that and it messes people's hands up. AD spamming, fucking I don't know what your sense is, but if you have a sense higher than mine, like I turn mine up to like 6 or something. There's a thing you can do here. And you can't really see it, but let me actually find it for you. And then this is the last thing I'm gonna do, and then it's gonna be over. I'll show you what it looks like on other people's screens. AD turn around. See, right there. Do you see them? That's what it looks like, that Lucio. I can do it, I just don't. It's pretty hard to do. For me, at least. Because I use a lower sense. I can do it, though. Just not existent. I would recommend either looking up VOD, like watching some streamers. If you want an entertaining Lucio streamer, I would recommend Rami, Echoflex, what else? Red Shell is kind of, I would not recommend Red Shell. He's a very good player. Well, he's a very good Lucio, but does stupid things a lot. He doesn't play Lucio to improve like properly, and you won't learn anything from his stream. Funny Aster is a full-time streamer now. I would recommend him. He's 3 accounts top 10 in EU as a Lucio player. Ex-British Hurricanes, almost Overwatch League. I stream from time to time. If you want to watch me, but I don't really do. I can do educational stuff. I don't really do them that often though. I just kind of play ranked or scrim or open division matches. Who are some other ones? I guess I don't know. There are a lot of good Lucio streamers. There's a guy called Lucio One Trick. He's top 500 on NA. He's only ever played Lucio on that account at least. In recorded minute and recorded game modes, he's a very good player you can learn from. And yeah, I'm doing something. Please stop. And yeah, that's me. So feel free to either message me or Patrick if you need anything.